Yo boys, it's Dan and welcome to the 26th game week of the Premier League.
Time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thought. I will let you go. Somebody calling, you think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close.
Manchester City, the kings of English football.
Yes guys, we have got game week 26 on our hands today. But before we get into the predictions, here is a little bit of this.
Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan10 at checkout. Peace.
Now, we have got another game to get through. Thank you all for Monday's video, boys, and the support that got. It was honestly so... If you haven't seen that Hearts derby, I urge you, go watch it. If you have watched it, go watch it again, because it was an absolute banging game. You've probably seen what happened. Absolute heartbreak in the last minute for City. Absolutely heartbreaking. But we focus on the Premier League, and our first game is on Friday. Tonight is Leicester City versus Brentford. Now, Brentford, as we know, are a very good team. But Leicester, on the other hand, have been playing a bit in and out of form recently. And I think that Brentford will win it 2-1. No guests this week because we didn't have time to, because we would have asked Monday, but at the derby, so yeah. And we now move to Everton versus Manchester United. Now, since David Moyes has entered Goodison Park, no team has got more points than Everton. Yes, you have heard that correctly. No team has got more points than Everton since David Moyes returned to Goodison Park. But however, Manchester United are going through a bit of an injury crisis. Ahmad has picked up an injury in training, which means he is out for the foreseeable. We have no senior players literally fit enough. We have 7 injuries. We had average age of our bench on Sunday was about 21. We had 7 teenagers plus Lindelof. Absolutely horrendous. So we're struggling. Everton are flying. We need to pick up some form recently to get, if we want to get anywhere near 2-0 to... I'm going to go 2-0 Everton. I'm saying that now. We're not going to win out. We're not beating Everton, especially if Everton can keep in where they bloody are. Now we go to AFC Bournemouth versus Wolves. Now, Wolves they have played well last time, but they played well against the team they played. But Bournemouth are playing so good at AFC Bournemouth. I do think that Bournemouth could actually pinch this, you know. Bournemouth will probably win it by 4-0. We now move to Arsenal versus West Ham. Now, Arsenal have the chance to go within 5 points of Liverpool, because on Wednesday night, Liverpool drew 2-2 to Aston Villa, which you could say is 2 points, which is a point gain and 2 points drop than if you're Liverpool. But if you're Villa, you're taking that a point as a point gained. But I mean, Arsenal could be within 5 points of Liverpool by the time Liverpool play on Sunday, and that could be pressure that Liverpool don't want. But I mean, it's Liverpool. They're going to get it anyway. They're going to have a problem. But that game's another big one to play against as well, is that one. And I'm going to go they play against the West Ham team, who have found a bit of form. Have been inconsistent under Graham Potter, but I'm going to go Arsenal to win it 3-1. We now move to Fulham versus Crystal Palace now. Again, two teams that are very good. I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw between Crystal Palace and Fulham. But we know how good those two teams are. We now move to Ipswich Town versus Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham beat Manchester to have some of their first team players back, i.e. Maddison's back, William Odebear's back, Brennan Johnson's back, Spurs, Vicario's back as well. They're beginning to get their first team players back at Spurs against the Ipswich team who need the win. I know what happened in the reverse fixture of these two teams. That was that mental overhead kick by Sammy Horlicks to get the equaliser for them. So, I mean, you're potentially going to win this game, Spurs, but I mean, Ipswich need to start finding some wins. Tottenham Hotspur. In this game, we now move to bottom of the table Southampton versus Brighton. If you're Southampton, you are mathematically. I mean, I'm saying this in February, Southampton, you're mathematically down. In February. I'm saying that in February. Which means they haven't got a chance, have they? Against the Brighton team who have had an upturning form since the turn of the year. Well, that's it, yeah. They're going to be playing well against the team. They're going to be playing well. I'm going to go Brighton to win it. 3-0. Sorry, some of our fans, but you are heading more than down now again. We now move to Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Now, Chelsea, as we know, are very, very up and down at the moment. But Villa are playing well. They played well at Liverpool. Marcus Rashford is shining now. We'll get into Manchester United players out on loan. Anthony and Anthony's scoring goals at Betis. Rashford's playing for. I mean, to be fair, they'll play well, but Aston Villa, Chelsea. I'm going to go with Chelsea to lose it 3-2 because Chelsea have no fit strikers. Need to play Arsenal. We now go to Newcastle. That is Nottingham Forest. This is third in the league. The 5th in the league. Newcastle did just get smashed by Man City, who potentially are back, Man City, but again, it's a Forest team who, as we know, are very good anywhere they play. Even if it's at home, if it's away, but Newcastle will have one eye on that crucial EFL Cup final against Liverpool. I don't think it will, because it isn't for a few weeks, but I do think that Forest will play well. If Forest want to be in a title push this year, this is the team they're going to be beating. 2-1 Nottingham Forest. We now go to the big one at 4:30 on Sunday. Is Man City versus Liverpool. If this was last season, you would say this is a title-defying game. This still is a title-defying game. If Liverpool lose it, Arsenal are back in the title fight. If Liverpool win it, you would say Man City's top 4 hopes are dashing quickly. But Man City are now officially out of the Champions League at the first hurdle. Well, technically second hurdle. They're out of the Champions League. Got defeated by Real Madrid of all the teams to play again. It's Real. But we're on the pair back against Liverpool. This game could be one of the games of the match, of the game of the weekend. I'm going to go Liverpool to pinch it 3-2. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will bring this game week to an end. Thank you all very much. I'll be back on Sunday or Monday with a midweek round of games. But Saturday, stay tuned, because we have got ourselves another video from a football game. It's not St Albans. I can guarantee that now. It isn't St Albans v Bournemouth. I'd have loved to go to that game. I could, but I'm not going to, because I can't do 2 derbies in a row. But yeah, stay tuned to find out what the game I'm intending on Saturday is. But until then, boys, what will happen? Will Liverpool extend the gap? Will Arsenal have closed it? Will Forest be catching up Arsenal? Find all that out and a lot more on Monday for the Premier League. Goodbye and peace.